Good afternoon, ma'ams. I'm not sure if there's anybody joining us from outside the country. While we wait for every other person to join in, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Adishawa Greg-Ighodaro. I am the founder of Corporate Church and the convener of this training. What we do at Corporate Church is to help ministry leaders, pastors, Christian business executives, to define or find their voice, own their message and their calling, and distribute it using digital media technology for influence. So what we're trying to do and what we've been doing for the past 2 years is to help believers, to help those who know and understand that they have been called to an assignment, to rise to responsibility of using technology to distribute the word, the calling, the God, or the message that God has given them. And so in commemoration of the International Women's Day, we decided to do something that we did for the very first time last year, which we called She Leads Global. We decided that we would reach out to senior women in the community, the online community, who know that they are being called, and are trying to engage social media for what they have been called and divinely designed to do. And that is why we are hosting this masterclass on how to use Facebook and YouTube, how to use Facebook and YouTube for ministry. And joining me this afternoon is a brother, and I'll call him a colleague and a friend, who I have known since we started Corporate Church. And, it's exciting that we get to partner this year. His name is Bamidele Fatunde. He's a marketing and communications professional. He presently works with Rugby Business Solutions and Technologies Limited. It's a tier 1 technology company based in Lekki, Lagos. He's passionate. He's a passionate digital marketer. He's a blogger, and he's the owner of NG Times. NG Times is an online news platform. He likes to read and is passionate about nation building, as well as sharing knowledge through training. He's going to be, I knew Bamidele when he was a Google trainer. That's when I knew him. And so once I had this idea of putting together this training for senior women, I decided I was going to reach out to him, and he gracefully obliged us. So Bamidele, for the next 1 hour, 30 minutes, thereabout, he's going to be walking you through how you can use Facebook. And this is a purely practical class. So if you have your notes, that's fine. If you have an extra device that you can use, as he's teaching, as he's going through his slides and all of that, or his screen, if you have an extra device that you want to use to practicalize what he's teaching you, that would be very fantastic. So let me give you a tip. This is not one of the classes that you just join, you make notes, and you tell yourself, I'm going to go back to it after the class, because chances are you might not have the time to go back to it. The best thing is for you to practicalize what you are being taught right now. The best thing is for you to test, so that as you're testing, if you encounter any form of challenge, you can immediately say that, oh, Bamidele, I'm encountering a challenge. Please, could you help me? Can you assist me with this? And so you have hands-on help on the call this afternoon. Welcome, Ma'am Eno. Thank you so much for joining. So I will be handing over to your facilitator for this training. His name again is Bamidele, and he's very aware of what we're doing. He's very aware of what we're trying to achieve. So please, as much as you can, try to pay attention. We're here for just 1 hour, 30 minutes maximum, and try to take note of the questions that you might have. Thank you very much once again. Bamidele, please go ahead. The screen is yours. Bamidele, can you hear me? Okay, fantastic.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon once again.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me here. I'm really grateful to be here. So I'll once again just quickly share my screen so that I think I need to be enabled to share my screen.
Please try it again.
Can you see my screen?
No, not yet.
Let me know.
Okay, it's coming up now. Yes, we can see your screen. I can see your screen. Can everyone see Bamidele's screen? Please, can you confirm that you can see his screen? You can just type in the chat box. Yes, I can see his screen. Okay, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, Anna. Thank you. Okay, so thank you, Grandma. Okay, so yes, we can see your screen, Bamidele.
So
Bamidele, can you hear me? We cannot hear you. Okay, that's probably his network. That is probably his network. So I'm sure that he is going to come back. Apologies for the network glitch. That's one of the... Can you hear me? Okay, yes, he's here. He's back here. So he's joining again. He's joining again. So we'll be able to hear him.
you'll hear me.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I'm sorry for that. I think
the network took you out. Yes, absolutely. Okay, so yes, we can see your screen.
So this is these are the number of lines content I have for you. So why digital? I say a must for everyone. Why this is critical for your online? That is the audience. I have the content. It is the key. The tools, YouTube, and Facebook. So I'll just start by why digital. I won't waste much of our time on this. I can as well share this if you want to see the data. So maybe that's when we have this report released. We have WhatsApp dominating in Nigeria. I restricted it to Nigeria because of where we are. We have Facebook second there, and we have Instagram following. We also have Facebook Messenger following on the line of ranking there. And if you notice, you see Twitter is coming up, and I think that's the spike is as a result of the Twitter space and all of that, the Telegram and all that. So this is what the social media is right now. You can see where YouTube is there. I don't have to really say much about that. So that is what it is right now in 2022. And when you look at the social media accounts followed, you have friends, family, and all that. People follow their family for one reason or the other. They follow comedians, actors, and that's why those guys are cashing out right now when it comes to influencing and all that, entertainments, events, and all of that. So you see, most of these things are what drive our actions on the digital platforms and all that. When you see the mobile connectivity, a lot of people are now on the mobile now. When you say you have over 200 million people in Nigeria, we have over 176 million on mobile. So that means that people will continue to embrace digital and they will continue to make use of their phones and all that. So I don't want to waste much time on this data or statistics or whatever. The fact is, when it comes to the audience, look at the number of people that are active, that are really active on the platforms, on whether it is Meta or whatever. This we have from 18 to 24, we have from 25 to 34, and the age range of 25 to 24 dominates the online, as well as the 18 to 24, and some of the between 25 to 34, they will say we are the, I don't know if it is the Gen Z or something, or the millennials and all that. Those are the two that are dominating, then the baby boomers and all that. So this is the reality of the world we have right now, especially in Nigeria, which the data is really focusing on. Right now, it's a digital footprint. When it comes to digital footprint, this is just talking about we launching ourselves into the digital world. We trying to take our steps into the digital world, trying to make sure that we go into that world, and it's a messy world, it's a messy environment. Failure to recognize this fact, we either make our outcome, whether you like it, whether it is Instagram, whether it is Facebook and all of that. It is very critical. We know what we are going to do. We take cognizance of what we want to achieve with whatever we want to do on the platform. And I highlighted it, I said, think long term before deciding what to post. So if you have a page, if you are thinking of having a page, you have to think, what do I want to do? Do I have this? How do I go about this kind of content? Do I have audience who are doing the same thing? You have to take cognizance of that. You have to also take note of your privacy settings on all platforms. Whether you like it or not, scammers are everywhere. They are phishing. There are a lot of things that are happening online. People want to, come into your privacy. People want to take over your accounts. And I know you know quite well that people take a lot of your accounts. So as a result of people monitoring you online, keep personal information private. You have to ensure that you keep your information private. Anything that has to do with your number, account, bank account, and all that, you have to make it private. There is no point in using it to the public. The other one that is very key when you are trying to launch yourself into the digital world is to also make use of the two-factor authentication. It's very critical. It is very, very important in whatever we do. So our advice, we take cognizance of it. It's very, very important for whatever we do online. And the final one that I call the apply the golden rule. Here, I'm just trying to say that we should try to ensure we do what we know that if it is done unto us, it pleases us. Do unto others what you want them to do unto you. So that is what that is, talking about. Some people that will just go online and start abusing people, start causing that if it is done to you in return. So it is very important to take cognizance of some of these things before we take decision, before we take that first step into the digital world. That is what this slide is talking about. When it comes to the digital world, it's very important to take note of the audience we are looking to, target. If not the most important thing to capture while trying to leverage on digital platform, then it is one of it. That is what I think I can just draft when it comes to audience. If you are going to the online platform, it is important to analyze the kind of audience you want. Where are your audience segments? Who are they? What age are they? Look up to I highlighted some things below here. I said, try on your competitors. What are they doing? What kind of people are following them? What do they post about? Are you looking at, okay, how do you differentiate yourself from there? Analyze your competitor website or social media handles. There are tools that you can use to do this for free, and there are paid ones. So you have to take cognizance of all of these things. Uncover your audience, online interest and behavior. Their behavior matters. What interests them? How do they behave online? When do they come online? What time do they come online? What time do they react more to those posts, to your post, to your post? So all of these are very key. What kind of content resonates with them? You have to know all of these things. Give it to them. Whatever resonates with them, whatever you think. For instance, if you have been posting one or two contents and you see the ones that have the most engaged one, try to replicate the same thing. Try to work around coming up with something like that that resonates with them. Ask for feedback. analyze for better optimization. Try to also, analyze whatever you have been doing and all that. Look at what, like I said, look at what competitors are doing to, better optimize, platforms. So I try to come up with a persona. This is how to come up with persona. You can try to just look at their age, the location where they are, the education, sector they play. All of these things matter a lot when it comes to segmentation. When you're trying to know your audience, to understand them better and the kind of things they relate with. So this segmentation is very critical when you are looking at online, as well as when it comes to marketing and all that. So I try to make us understand what contents are and why it is called king. It is Bill Gates that made these comments or that made this assertion back then. I think it was in 1996 or something, where it's a comment that almost taken over when it comes to digital or marketing and all that. When it comes to content, it is possible for you to have content and you go viral over time. A content can make you go viral. And a very good example is the recent Mommy Gio that we have. And I know most of us have read about Mommy Gio, even though nobody knows about our ministry long before the whole thing. But the question now is, do we want to be known for something negative or something positive? It's left to you. So, but the fact is that some of the content that was coming from her made her go popular. But there is one thing about the content. What kind of content do you want? Is it a viral one or evergreen one? That is the question you should also ask yourself. So, and I gave varieties of what we have as content. So we have the text, we have videos, we have webinars, we have podcasts, and so on and so forth. And like I said, I applied the golden rule that too. When you are trying to reply, that's why I put it there. You have to be courteous you have to be as courteous as possible so that you know, because a response to somebody's comment on your post can make a lot of people, when you have a bad comment, replying somebody and make the person to quickly, unfollow you and stop following your page. The other person can do the same thing. My influencer, so you have to take note of the way you respond to them, the way you interact with them. Most times, there is no point responding to comments on your post. People are responding, except they ask questions. You can even respond quickly in DM. That is for that. And what kind of content are you looking at? Like I said, look out for your competitors, know what they do, understand them better. It is very, very critical. So I say content is king, but marketing is queen and runs the household. When it comes to content, when it comes to social media, whether you like it or not, if you are playing, hello?
We can hear you.
All right, so when you are looking at content, even though it is critical to your marketing,
sorry, Bamdele, your background is noisy.
Platform. Oh, really? That's what I really want to confirm, because everybody's in the office today. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think this is the only quiet place I can be today.
Okay.
So first is we have to understand that when it comes to content, there are ways in which we ensure that this content are made better and made known to people. How do you go about this? Is ensuring that you ensure that some certain keywords, you make your research when it comes to coming up with content. You make your research.
We cannot hear you.
Hello?
Okay, yes.
You can't hear me?
Yes, it's better now.
Hello?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. So what I'm saying is, when it comes to keywords, you can always look out for certain keywords that your audience are using. you can always ensure that you spy on what your audience, your competitors are doing rather. You can search for what they are doing online to see what is working for them. It is not just you put yourself out there, and I say it rules the household. Marketing rules the household. The marketing is the tools that you apply to some of your activities online to ensure that you are seen. I don't know if you understand what I am, tools that you can use. There is what is called Hashtagify. There's what is called Tube Ranker. That is for YouTube. There's what is called keyword tools. You can search for keywords that people are really talking about on more in your industry and all that. There is a keyword espionage. That is a very fantastic tool too. There is analytics. For analytics, there is Social Blade. We have Social Baker too. There are many of it that you can search online to use. But I like Social Blade because it gives some sort of overview of what the platform is doing. A lot of insights you can get from it. So I also like, when it comes to social media management, I like Buffer. Name it. There are so many online that you can choose. But all of these tools, what they help you to do is they help you to amplify your content. They help you to ensure that your content reach some people very well. Apart from running ads, which is a faster way or is shorter. But in the long run, you need some of these tools to see, to get feedback, to see insights into what you are supposed to do better and what you are doing and all that, how your content are performing, as well as spy your competitor, like I said. So I will go to the next page, the how to. So here, I have an example of that the Adego's, Facebook page here. If you look at the page, it's brought out that for this sample, I use the Social Blade. The Social Blade allows you to see the ranking of the page. It allows you to see the ranking, see how much earnings it's making. For instance, if it is YouTube Social Blade allows you to see how much earnings the page is making. So it gives you an overview of how it's performing, content from content to content and all that. So it's a fantastic tool that you can always apply to spy on your competitors and see what they are doing. Just have an overview of whatever they're doing over time and all that. So I also have here the YouTube page. YouTube page. This is the earning he has made so far. But this is just a summary in the last 1 month. So you can see that when some people are saying that a lot of people are making money on YouTube, I will just laugh. When you say, because we don't have the data to say people have a lot of followers. Just on his page, he has 7K. But this money of how viral your content is. That's why these guys, they don't care. When you look at guys that are viral, they don't care about what kind of things they are posting. They're only concerned about the viral. Okay, this thing will go viral. That's what I want. But when it comes to as a ministry, as a pastor, then you know that you need some sort of content that is evergreen, that somebody can always make. I think I like this sermon. I think
his network just went off. But so far, can I just ask, is there anyone who has any comments concerning what he's talking us through? Do you have any comments so far before he joins us back? Do you have any comments? Please feel free to share. He's still going to run through the practical aspect of using Facebook and YouTube. Do you have any comments? It might be too early to ask you for questions, but do you have any comments? I think the very last thing he said before he went off is the fact that when people are talking about people making money on YouTube, and I know that I have had someone, a ministry leader, talk to me about starting up YouTube because they know that they can make money from it. And this person had that conversation with me, say 2 years ago, yes. Until now, they have not started. They started and then they stopped because the motive was wrong. And he was saying something about those guys that do viral content. So all those people who they pick a minister's sermon and then they cut it out of context and then they make it go viral, and not they are not doing it because sometimes not to spite, the minister. They are doing it because they want to go viral, and virality equals to more money for them. And so he just said something now that I think that I should reiterate, and that's the fact that as ministers, we cannot crave viral, or we cannot crave currency and not be conscious, of the kind of content that we put out there. So yes, we can have an opinion about something, but if what we have an opinion about has nothing to do or does not have the capacity to influence the life positively of anybody, if it tears down anyone, and even though it has the capacity to go viral, it is not fit for our social media page, right? And so what do we do as ministers? What do we do in place of, or when we think, in his, I think, second slide, he was talking about thinking long-term. Think long-term about what you want to post before you post it. So I think this question should help you to determine what kind of content you post. Do you post spontaneously, or do you plan your content? And planning your content does not necessarily mean that you have all the time in the world. It just means that you have a strategy. So I always tell our Launch and Grow Your Ministry online course participants that any post that you put online, and this is a bonus, any post that you put online, you should have a strategy. So if you have one idea, for example, you're sitting down and then you just begin to think about how you want to help more women, learn how to pray. And yes, you have a desire. Yes, it's a passion for you. But at the end of that post, what exactly are you trying to achieve? Because social media content creation is not ministry. That you wake up every day and you post something, and then your family members, you saw the statistics that he gave us, family friends, colleagues, relatives are the first in the line, to follow one another. So let's say you have your friends, family, relatives, colleagues, and then you have the other people in the table or in the statistics table saying, amen, amen, thank you, oh, that was good, oh, so deep, oh, this. At the end of the day, what you have just done is to just say to them, this is what I think. You have just aired your mind. You have just, in as much as what you're trying to do is share revelation, what you've actually done is air your mind. What online ministry is about raising disciples. Online ministry is about raising disciples. So whatever thing that you post, so Bamidele is back, but let me quickly round this up. Whatever thing you post should have a strategy. What you're posting, so for example, this example I just gave you now, what you might be trying to do, because there's always a bigger picture, is what you're most likely trying to do is that you are trying to, what's it called now? You're trying to you've put together an ebook. Maybe you've put together an ebook to help people pray well, or you've put together, or maybe you have a conference coming up, or you have a prayer challenge coming up. Make sure that there is something that will help you to draw the people in, because it is through discipleship that you can measure accurately your productivity. Follow, likes, comments, shares, saves are fantastic analytics. But when we're talking about online ministry, you're talking about bearing fruit. You're talking about being able to measure, productivity. So I will just let Bamidele continue. All right, thank you, Bamidele.
Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I'm sorry for the network. I think I have to switch, which I did quite wrong. That was why I was late. So first is if you look at this statistic that is here, you see that I have C plus here. So this is what this one means is that on YouTube there are grades too. There are grades, and I like the fact that she actually said something like that in what I just grabbed. It's not quite long. There are grades. There are grades too. If I do an analysis of somebody like Don Moen on one thing about online is that in marketing or in digital marketing, most times we will say likes or whatever does not count. What really matters is the impression or the reach that matters when it comes to campaign at times. At times it's also somebody to like your works. One person can even tell another person to just like it, and that is all. It doesn't mean that it reach a lot of people. They just like and go. So, but when it comes to content, matters a lot because the more you have a better content, people will help you to share. People will help to share. People will even want to see it. So people will download it, leave your page, download it, and start sharing it here and there. Yes, it might not have effect on your post that you have on the page, but it has effect because you have passed a message and people are sharing. And most times, one thing I will call our attention to is try to watermark your content, especially if you have a video or you are trying to watermark it, trying to add your logo or whatever, because when people are sharing it, they share it along to, put your brand out there. It is very, very important. So like here I have I just have a few statistics about YouTube and all that. We're a platform with over 1 billion people in the globe, and it's the most popular, second popular search engine after Google. After Google, we used to have some before YouTube, but right now YouTube has overcome is on the second. You have what you do, to have a YouTube is to have a profile. You must have a Gmail account to have a profile. Then you create a channel. From channel, you go to optimization. That's when you have a number of people, following you and some number of views. I think it's around 4,000 views. Then monetization. So because of our time, I'll quickly go into the practical aspect. I don't know if I should start with YouTube first. And just let me quickly open my. Is there any question before I start, please? Let me just know.
Oh, I was talking. I just realized that my mic was mute.
From me.
You have a question?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. I'm enjoying the class.
Oh, amazing. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Okay, so let me quickly.
I don't have a question, too.
You have a question? Okay, you don't have a question. Okay.
I'm just flowing with the class.
Yay, awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Okay, before Bamdil is trying to open up his page. So before he does that, let me just quickly share something. He just shared that YouTube is the second most popular search engine. And I want to explain that in plain English. It means that when somebody is looking for something, so this is how I usually say it. When someone who has been sent to you or sent to your assignment is definitely going through a problem or a challenge, the person comes online, doesn't know you. So people who come online are looking for a solution. And that is why, and again, this is a bonus because this is not part of this class. That is why on your Facebook page, on your Instagram page, on your YouTube channel, you need to put what solution you offer. So when I come to your Instagram page, for example, I should not be saying only, just in case you're a pastor's wife, let me put it this way. I should not be saying only pastor's wife, pastor's wife too, and then I tag my husband's name, and then that's all. What should I be saying? Going back to that example of the person, the minister who helps people pray. What should I be saying? Maybe I should be saying something like, I help you learn how to pray within, even though you're a busy mom. Let's just use that for example. So you can't just put praying mom, helping you pray. No. What problem is your potential, I was about to say clients, what problem is your potential audience trying to solve? That is your calling. So Jesus was saying to John, he said, what I have taught you in the secret, I need you to go out and make it public. What is the vision? What is the template? What is the word that God gave you? Are you able to articulate it in such a way that those who are sent to you can identify? Please, when you're ready, just let me know because I can keep going. Are you able to articulate properly such that when someone who God has sent to you, but you do not know, comes online and is looking for the solution that you are and that you carry, they type transformational expert or mind Christian relationship coach, or they type Christian missionaries to women, or the person just types something that you have put as a keyword. And that's why he was talking about keyword. Now, going back to YouTube. YouTube is the second most popular search engine. You know what that means? That means that those videos that you do on your phone, you know, when I'm a woman, and I know you're all older than me, most likely, but you know, all those videos we do on our phone and then we just leave it on our phones, or we just put it on our WhatsApp status and we leave it there. What you're actually doing when you do that is that you are limiting the people that could possibly hear the word that God has given you. But when you create your YouTube channel, when you have your Facebook page, not profile, page, as a minister, you have to have a Facebook page. You cannot just have a Facebook profile. Facebook profile is, I go to facebook.com and I put in my email address and I put in my password and I'm in. That's Facebook profile. Facebook page is different. It is like your office. It is like your own Facebook company. So it is where you can now have your groups and all of that. And Bamdele is going to come to that. Here's where I'm going to. We need to start creating videos. You need to start creating videos and uploading it, even if it's one minute videos. I started with 1 minute videos. And what was my assignment? My assignment, God said to me, I need you to begin to teach people how to hear me for themselves. And I was like, what? Why are we having this conversation? And I think that was 2018 or 2017. I said, why? And he said, that is what I want you to do. So what I started to do, because I just had a baby, what I started to do was I just tell my brother, I'll just say, oh yeah, just hold the phone, and with my phone, because some of us will say, I don't have a camera, I don't have a this, I didn't have a fantastic phone. In fact, I was using my brother's phone until if he leaves my house, and then I'll come back to my phone. But what I will do is I'll record 4 videos on his phone. So, and I know those 4 videos covers a month. And then that 1 minute video, I'll post it on YouTube, I'll post it on Instagram, I'll put it on my WhatsApp status. I didn't restrict it to one place. What that means for me is that when somebody goes online and types how to hear God, how I can hear God for myself, there is every possibility that my video will come up even if I am not popular. Do we understand it? So YouTube is not just, now that's for people who do not use YouTube yet. The other people who have a YouTube channel and you need to begin to realize that YouTube is not just a place where you just hang videos. YouTube is actually a big deal. It's a place like Google. That's why when you go to Google and you type something, you will see videos pop up. That's what it means. So Google brings those videos, and the moment people are able to watch those videos, especially if you use the right terms that people will use to search for what they're looking for. And so as a ministry, as a minister, if you have a media team, you need to begin to have that conversation with them. They need to start using your YouTube channel. You need to start using your YouTube pages, your Facebook pages. And these things are easy. Bamdele, are you ready? I was waiting for you to just let me know that you're ready. If not, we're going to keep talking. I can be here till God knows.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, okay, so please go ahead. So please, if you have any questions, just make sure that you are putting it.
I'm ready. So let me just, I have my 2. So
come again.
Let me just start with Facebook first.
Okay, but we can't
So,
see your screen yet.
One thing I want you to look at is I have
Bamidele, we cannot see your
opened my
screen.
Facebook page. Can you hear me?
We can see your screen.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. I can hear you.
Can you see it?
No, not yet. Okay, yes, it's coming up now.
Can you see it?
Yes, it's coming up. It's coming up.
Can you see my screen now?
It's coming up.
Wow. Let me stop sharing it. I've shared it. All right.
We
If it's up,
sincerely
please let me know.
apologize. Okay, I'll let you know. Okay, it's up now. It's up now.
So thank you very much. So I am sorry for that. So I need to let you let's start immediately. Pro pages here. So just below all, like just your normal Facebook profile. Then when you open, you can go to your profile, or you can just click on, if you are on maybe browser or whatever, you can just click on facebook.com/pages when you're on your Facebook profile. It will bring out the pages and it will tell you create page. Just where I have my, to ask to create page. Then when you launch it, to take you to a new inside where you can create a page. Absolutely different from what you see on mobile. Right? So I can now say, okay, let me say, okay, I have a name I want to give a product, or let me say Jesus Miracle Ministry. And just say that. Then what's the category? It will bring, it's before it will, give you some sort of administration or something because of the category. But most times it's always businesses and all that. You could just, something or NGO or NGO. Can you decide to say NGO or something? So we can decide to say NGO or something. So here you can just give a description, a salvation ministry to the glory. You can just have something like that. But I think you should have more of description of what what to encompass. The description should encompass all you want to achieve, all the pages are about, and it has limits. As you can see here, it has limits to what you can do, what you can add there. So this is the mobile version. Like I said, the mobile is different from what you see on desktop, but because laptop that I'm using. So you click on create. When you create, you have access to other interface that you can now do a whole lot of things by optimizing the page. So I think I have to wait for that to get created. So now that we have it created, so you can see it has given us another options to start. So here I can decide to, add an image. I can decide to say, okay, I have, let me say, I can decide to say, okay, I want this there as the image. I can decide to say, I want this there as the cover. I can decide to say, I want this as the cover. If you just display, you see everything here. I want this as the cover or something. Then when you put the two, you save together. The two will be saved simultaneously. Right now, if you stop at this stage, when you search for Jesus Miracle Ministry on Facebook, it will bring your page up. If you have any question, please let me know. It will bring your page up. Like, however, despite the fact that there is existence of your page being created, you have options to what you can do. For instance, like I said, when you want to, like I said in the first step, I said it is important to take cognizance of your footprint when you are launching to the digital. Here, you're required to put your number. Don't ever put your number linked to your bank, a number linked to. You can easily put a number that is offline, that has something to do with your online bank and all that. You can put a number that is just on a touchlight phone, or a number that does not have internet, maybe that somebody can easily track or something. You can put it there and say, okay, number. Then you link it if it is to just for people to. So when you put that, for instance, I say maybe 08276 324. I can just say, okay, that is my number. If I click it, to ask me to send a code. When it exists, it will get automatically saved. That is for that. It's not a must that you put number. You can continue even without number and just cancel it. It is not a must that you put number. It is not a must that you put number. You can just leave it there. Like now, it will give you suggestions here. Give you suggestions of some of the things, the suggestions here. For instance, you ask you to say, okay, book appointment, do all of these things. That is why when you go to, this is all these things are can you see hear me? Are you still together?
Yes.
Hello, are we still together?
Yes, we can hear you.
So, like I said, Facebook.
No, you went up from on my end for a while. I couldn't hear you. I sent a few chats. I don't know if you.
Okay, Bamdele.
Okay.
So so Ma'am Enos sent, she said.
Sorry, because I was sharing my screen.
Okay, she said, please repeat the page creation.
So I said, you don't need. Okay, let me check. Not clear on the phone.
Yes, he said, don't use a number linked to bank accounts. That's what he said.
So, like I said, just go back to your page. So what I said is, when you are trying, when you click on the page, it will just first. When you choose the name of your page, then you decide to choose the. It takes you to where you are going to choose the kind of category your page is. If it's religious, then it's important to say NGO or something. I think that's what it takes you straight to where you are going to add the profile picture and the cover picture. And profile picture is just your normal nice picture that you want to that designer will have done. Then the cover picture. There are sizes on online. You can decide to look for it and use it. But most times, mobile size is better. You can just say Facebook cover size. If you press it to people will give you the sizes. Then send the size. Even just tell your designer, they will do it for you. Now, when you do that, your page has been created. Then it takes you to where you had your number. Like I said, don't ever add any number linked to your account, linked to anything that is important, that you transact on another. It's important to take note of that. So when you are done with that, you had a number that you know that, okay, when somebody reaches you, it's fine, it's not linked to your bank. If you don't have any for now, you can still take it off And if you have a number that is close connected to WhatsApp, you can easily link it to WhatsApp here. But the most important thing is if you don't have any, you can still close it and leave. You know, the reason why we have this integration is because Facebook owns WhatsApp. So you can easily leave and just leave it like that. But there is one thing that is important when it comes to Facebook page creation, optimization. That's what I said. When you create a page, try to optimize the page. It is very important. So here, this gives you suggestions. It doesn't. People do most time when they create new page. You just see that somebody invites you to like a page, then you accept. Automatically, you have liked the page when you accept it. So that's what that does. Now I said Facebook gives you some sort of optimization that you are supposed to do, and it is very important for you to be that I highlighted here. You notice that it's saying that username, create a username. That is very important. You have to create a unique name that when somebody search you online, they will see that it is you. So here now we can say Jesus Ministry. Jesus Miracle Ministry. But most time it's always together. Ministry. Most time it's always together. Most times. And it should have at rather, I mean at. So if it doesn't have it, it won't come up to say, okay, you have a name. Like here now, obviously, we can't adopt this. That's what it's saying. But most times, it is just good to say, okay, at Jesus Ministry. Or let's say you can decide to say you want to choose a name. I think this is as a result of the fact that we are creating it today. If you will have to leave it for like 1 or 2 days before you can choose a name. I think. But most time it will tell you that it is taken or it is available. Miracle Ministry. Most times when I create, I don't do that immediately. Anyway, I will still allow it a two days or before I create it. It's not bringing it. It's not bringing it yet. I think it's because I just created it. Like tomorrow now, it will be available. But most times, just notice that. Just take note that you have to edit this place to have this name that I have here. Ensure that it is here, and make sure that it's together. It will allow you to click create username here, where I have this cursor. It will allow you to create username when it is correct, when it has not been taken by somebody else. Most times when it is taken by somebody else, you can ignore it and just add something. Okay, let me show an example of this page that I created, not quite long, so that you can understand what I am saying. This is a page that I created not quite long. The page is called Biz Manager. If you look at it, Biz Manager, when I was creating this page, I don't have access to this name again on Facebook. But I noticed that what do I do to, and the page that bears Biz Manager, I couldn't find the page, but it's just telling that it's not available. So what do I need to do? It's possible that the page has been deleted, but it doesn't matter. Facebook AI will not allow you to use it because it has been used previously. So I had to add R, because when you now search for this name will still come up. But I have to add R so that I can, claim the same name that I am. But somebody who is searching will just search for Biz Manager, but it will still come up. It doesn't matter. So that's why if for instance, Jesus Miracle Ministry is taking, you can still decide to add Y. Do you understand? So instead of changing a different name, I'll be using a different name entirely. The letter at the end, that's the letter of that is the same as the last one. That is better. It's not bad. You can use that to have that unique name, so that when somebody searches the Jesus Miracle Ministry, it comes up immediately. Now you invite friends, then you start. This is the options to invite friends. When you click on it, it takes you immediately to where your friends are. It takes you immediately to the list of your friends where you can choose and select and start adding them. I think it's because I click on it, so it's trying to load. It's trying to load that. So what I'm trying to say there is, I think I should refresh. Please, if you have any question, you can let me know. Oh, okay. I should repeat the step. Is that a new question?
Yes, that's a new question. I think she did not get it. So I just told her that because you had gone over it a second time. So I said that the replay will be available.
Oh, okay, okay. Maybe I should just, maybe I should just go back.
Sorry, please. I don't know. Is it possible for us to get the recorded
this
copy
is
of
where
it?
we are going to spend.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. The replay will be available. We'll send the link across.
All right. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. So sorry for the network glitch.
No problem. I swear.
Okay. I'm so sorry for that. My network, I'm sorry, my network. So first is when you are creating the page, okay, let me just cite an instance of this. Now, look at the optimization I have done to this now. It says, set up your page success. I'm just trying to cite an instance of this now. Look at establish page identity. I have completed that. Introduce page, I have completed that. So I've done out of what I'm just still need to get. It's not even that you finish everything once, but it is important to ensure that you do it over time and complete it. This is how it's going to look like when you have completed it. You have your address, everything showing clearly what you do, what everything is all about before you start running ads. Because when you run ads, people want to see what you are doing. They want more information and everything. So let me go back to the still loading. I don't know why it's giving us this. So now, if you look at can you all see my URL? This URL that I mark. Can we all see it?
Yes, please.
Yes, so fantastic. So if you look at the URL, you see that nickname, like I was trying to.
Sorry, your network is breaking. You said if we look at the URL.
Yes, when you see the URL here, when you see the URL here, hello?
You said if we look at the URL.
Yeah, that's where I am. If you see the URL, you notice that there are numbers immediately after the Jesus Miracle Ministry that I created. Now, the moment you are able to create this username, it will get rid of these numbers. It's because you still don't have that unique name. That's why you're having immediately. But the moment you create that unique name that you want to give it, then this number will be somebody searches for it to come up immediately. That is how that works. Now, when it comes to, can we hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but it's breaking.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yes, we can hear you.
Can you show us another page so that we'll better understand what you are saying about this number, like a comparison?
Bamdele, did you understand? I think his network. But I understand what you're trying to say. So let me see if I can show you my. Okay, he's here.
Fantastic. I like that question. To look at this, I said that
Okay, let me try to, can you hear me?
Yes.
Let me try to show you my own screen while we wait for him. I'm opening my browser, so please just give me a minute. Okay. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so I've just do facebook.com/the corporate church. So what he's saying is that if you don't create that username, what I just did now, you will not be able to do it. So it's showing that I have to log in because I'm not logged in, but this is the page. So, but because that one has numbers, it means that you have to start cramming numbers to be able to do that. And that's a lot of work. So this is the username for corporate church here. Can you see it? So please just ignore this part. It's because I'm not logged in. That's why I'm saying log in or create new account. But if I was in and I just come and I type facebook.com/ let me try another one. Adeshawa INC page. It would take you straight to my personal page. So I think that he's back. So I'll just stop. So this is my own personal page. This is the number here, and these are the posts. So
Okay,
yeah.
so what I understand, just confirm what you are saying is that if the name is not accepted or so,
Yeah.
you will see those numbers. Once
Yes.
it's accepted, you will not see those numbers.
Exactly. But I think that the first thing you need to check, is this area. If you can find that there is a name here, if it was accepted and there's a name here and you have a number, you want to go to, I think you're about to go and edit the username. But if there's no name here at all, then you have to create. I don't know if that is clear.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So I think that he's back. Let me just, oh, he's not back. Okay. Maybe I should just log in. I will just log in and then here with you, please. I'm just trying to. But so far, has everything been clear? So far, please can you come again? Okay, okay. Thank you. I want. Your line is breaking. I didn't hear you. Okay, what did you say?
Great.
breaking in and out. So I have to go over it again so I'll be able to connect them together. It involves going on over and over.
Okay.
That's for me, I'm talking about my own.
Okay, yes,
I
absolutely.
need to go over it again.
Okay, ma. I'm so sorry for the network glitch. I'm so sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yes, we can hear you, Bamidele.
Oh, I'm so sorry. So, quick one. Let me just quickly share my screen now. So, let me go back to the page. I don't mind starting all over, but I think my network is a bit better now. So, this is what I was explaining. This is the URL of what we created. This is the number, the code here. I said, when you have the code there, why you have it is just because we have not named it. We have not given it a unique name. And I was asked that, can we see example of one that has been done to see that the numbers are no more there? And I said, this is one. This is one that I created. This page was created, I think, just last week or 2 weeks ago. I'm not so sure again. So I said it is important to set up, this is what is called page optimization. Page optimization, optimization is just a big word in online digital marketing. It's all about putting necessary information that will make people to easily see you in search. That's what optimization is all about. Nothing special about it. So I have done 14 out of I've done 13 out of the 14. Let me show you another page, this is another page that I also manage. This is like a G's platform. So now look at the name of this page now. You see that it's uniquely named. And this is the URL here. Since this page has been created, if nothing of sorts is done, we see the numbers there. It's not giving number. It affects your visibility very, very much. So you have to ensure that you optimize. So when you have optimized a page completely, you will not see that 13 or 14 or 1 or 5 or what. I don't know if anybody has pages here. Maybe they are still seeing such at all. If you are still seeing it, then it means your page is not well optimized. You should have informations like this that people will see. And that is what this one is not having yet. So you click on this one, you just add the name together and you have it there. The name will be together like when you want to create a name for Instagram profile. You say at something, just all together. So here I said, Facebook will suggest to you some of the things you are supposed to do to optimize your page. They will give you suggestions of what you are supposed to do. And the advice I'll give you is follow the advice. And this is the first thing you are supposed to do. Go to edit info. Now we have the name of the page here. Like I said, this is the username. Now let me still know if it will allow me now to do it. I said Jesus Miracle Ministry. So I've given it that name. I said the name is not available. Let me say Jesus Miracle Ministry. Now I'll add additional Y. I don't care if whatever it says. So I'm supposed to get a trigger here where it's telling me if it is still available or not. Now it said it has been saved. It means that the name exists now. Now, since I have that, this one has been done already. Then I can scroll down. One thing about Facebook is that they have gotten rid of the save. The moment it's accepted, the moment whatever you key into the spaces are well keyed in, then it is accepted to show that it is saved. Now you go to your contacts. It's because I'm using PC. That's why if it is mobile, it will be just drop down. So you can still hide the number that you want people to see it that is not linked to your bank account. Security matters. We have to ensure that you take cognizance of that. If you have WhatsApp, like I said, you can still put it, but make sure it is not, you are not prone to, theft or. So this is an email, you put it there. This is where you put your website for people to see. Now you go to your location. This one is very, very important. A lot of people don't know how to do it. Even if you hire a digital marketer, they can't do it for you. First, you get your address. You paste your address there. Ensure that the address has postal code that you're going to put. Ensure you can easily just search. If it is, for instance, I am in, let me say I'm in Lekki, you can just say Lekki postcode. So easily I'll get Lekki postcode. I'll just say, oh, Lekki postcode. If I want to be precise, I'll say Lekki phase 1. To be precise and know that I get the right code because there are multiple codes. So simple as ABC, I'll just say Lekki phase 1. I bring it and ensure that I put this zip code here. I go to the city, I'll say Lekki. Then what is the, I can decide to say, yeah, Lekki phase 1, Lekki Peninsula, Nigeria. I put it there. Then I put the address there. Now, when I do that, I come here. This one is what seems like, hey, it's difficult to do. It's not. Just zoom, just zoom, just zoom, just zoom. Now, it gives you some sort of countries like that. You can just decide to say, okay, if this thing is giving me these countries and all that, but you know that this is not where your own country is. It says here, click, drag to position. Now, what you just do is this. You just do, because I'm using laptop, you left click. If it is, if you are using, how will I put it? If you are using mouse, right click, that's what it means. Right click to drag this thing. Can you see this red cursor that I'm holding? You right? Can you all hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so you continue to zoom. Then you zoom and ensure that you find Nigeria. But most times it is just it's as good as you go back. You go back, because if we have more than what, so you see that we now have it here. So you zoom, you take this to Lagos, because that's what we are looking at. Then you zoom it. Now we are in Lagos and it's telling me Ikeja. I don't need Ikeja. I'm looking at Lekki. Then I see zoom. So because I've lost that red icon, you press right click your mouse and you still carry it because you have not gotten to where you are going. So you zoom it and place it on Lagos so that it will bring more places for you. You zoom it. Do you understand what I'm doing? So now that you are seeing Lekki here and all that, you drag this thing away. Make sure that you don't lose this red. Still drag it to this Lekki phase 1. If you now want to still narrow your address, you still, you zoom it again. You zoom it again. Now I have Lekki phase 1. I can see some of the address. Oh, my address is not here. Then you can still drag this to search for it. Now, when you click and drag and search for it and find your address, like where I am now, we are in Lekki phase 1 and Admiralty Way. Then I can say, okay, this is Admiralty. Okay, I can say, let me zoom because I have not seen Admiralty Way.
It's on your left. Admiralty is on your left.
So when I see, anyway, when you see the address, you can easily just say, place it there. When you drop it there, you are good. So when your address pops up here and everything is saved automatically, then you can just decide to cancel this and do the same thing to everything on that spot. Do the same thing to everything. Then you are good when it comes to that. Then you come back and decide to say, okay, once you put to book appointments, call you, you decide to say next. Then you choose the days that you want. Yeah. Okay, I work on Mondays too, or you can decide to say every day. You can decide to choose everything, or you can choose everything and choose your time here and press next. But most times I don't bother to do this if it is not a professional or something. I can decide to say every day. Then I click next. Whatever I will choose is what will appear there. Then we can, if you look at the options here, most times people say instant, book instant, then you choose the book instantly. If you say one appointment, multiple, you can't have multiple appointments almost all the time. So now here it's expecting you to connect your calendar. Yeah, you can easily do that. But make sure that you have the calendar. So you can easily say, okay, this is okay, I will use this because
Bamidele, the background is very noisy.
right, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but we can also hear the people swearing at the background.
Okay, sorry about that. I think I have to leave where I was to this place. But okay, can you all hear me? Let me just try and that's supposed to be my office.
Yes,
Can you all hear me?
yes, it's very much better now.
Okay, so the first thing is when we have the Google Calendar linked to it, we just allow it to be linked. It has nothing to do with since your Google is secured, then you click next. Because you make sure that your options that you have chosen is still intact. Then you click next. So when you click next, it gives an overview of calendar that people can easily, when they click on it, they can easily book an appointment with you to do a follow-up with you and all that. This one you can decide this for review anyway. You can decide to go ahead and say people should, give you. Then you add your services here. What kind of service do you offer? You have a product that you sell, you had it there, the name of the product, the price, but most times it's always in dollar. But you can actually ignore this currency and decide to use your description to put the amount there and everything. Then you notice that the appointment, everything is up here. People can easily reach out to you. If you have any picture for the whatever you are displaying there or events, if you have picture for it, you can also add it. And when you do that, you click on save, then you are good when it comes to your event calendar. Okay, let me just do this and say, okay, let me say 3 days. 3 days.
So in your services, you can put books. You can put your books. You can put your books.
Yeah, you can say the name of the books. I don't know, but you can just say books. You can decide to say 3 ways or 10 ways to win. So we can decide to, say that. You can decide to just say, okay, when you describe that, you can decide to put maybe just 1,000 naira. It is what will be displayed there. It doesn't matter. So what will be displayed there. Here you can decide to still say, okay, a 1,000 naira we know is $1. Maybe $2 rather is approximately $2 for 1,000 naira. So just closing. So approximately $2. Let me just put anything there. It's just for us to know that okay, we can fix. And here we can say, okay, it's just for 1 hour, 30 minutes booking that I want. You can decide to say, okay, block extra, then you can add any image. Let me just do this. Let me do this. So when we have it here, it pops up, then we save it. This will be shown on our page. I don't know if you have seen where we go to people's page and you see what they buy, what they sell and everything. We see it's listed there. Have we had anybody here experience such a thing? Can we all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Do we have anybody that has experienced such a thing? Visiting a Facebook page and you see where they list products, they list calendar. So that is what is called page optimization. If you go to some of these international pages, they do all of these things. That's what's called page optimization. They take cognizance of all of these things and they get it done. So here somebody can just say, you can decide to promote it. You can still promote, say I want to run the ad and promote so that people can easily see it. Okay, what kind of ad do you want to run? You can still do that. But the fact is that that is already on your page. You have done that, you have optimized the page for that. It is very important to take note of that. So now you see that we have done one aspect of that. Now we have access to hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, so you can see that I am done with that, but most times people don't even bother to say, okay, they want to pick a day they just decide to say, okay, they by adding it, by continuing to add whatever service you want to offer, and people should take note of that. So you been done. Can you see it? Can you see where I marked? Now, click on this now. So that's it. That people will know you for, and when you search, easily see it. Now, if we scroll down, it will tell us that we have done these aspects. Look at what we did earlier. It continues and continues like that. It's just for us that I didn't have the website number and all of that. You can continue to house the page. You can decide to write all of the things you want, no matter how long you want people to know. You can decide to write it here, so that people will know the kind of services you offer. You can decide to write it here so that they know. Yeah, business hour. If I had chosen the business hour, okay, let me try and do that. Let me try and do that. If I decide to choose the business hours, it will display it there too, that I'm available on Monday. Maybe on Monday, let me see. Four a.m. to 12 a.m. on Tuesday. Okay, let me just choose that so that I won't waste much of our time. It has saved automatically. Now, if we decide to say, okay, we refresh, you're supposed to see that just one day there.
Is that my network or his network? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? Please, can you let me know if you can hear me?
Allows you to have access to a lot of things. But most times, people don't use it. They want to use the quick one. That Creator Studio is just as good as you want to post normal content. To allow you access to a lot of things that you can add to your content. Now, can you see my screen? So now I'm on it now. I'm on the Creator Studio. You can see that it gives me a very good overview of how my content should be, the positioning, how it should look. In fact, it will show you analytics, the data, the metrics of previous posts. That is why people use this Creator Studio to post. Now, you can easily just say, yes, you want to have your content here and say, for instance, you can decide to say that, you can decide to say, loves you. Simple. And we can decide to, most time, hashtag don't work on Facebook. Hashtag don't work. It's just recently they are trying to bring back that because they see that other platforms are using it. They are trying to use it more now. So here you had your picture or your video or something. Here you can decide to add location. That's why when you see some people post, they add locations. You can decide to add locations. When you are done with all of these features that are shown here, one thing about this interesting Creator Studio is that it allows you to schedule your posts. If you want it to go like 1 a.m., you can time it here and put the date. You put the date first. Today is 26, 25. I want it to go out tomorrow morning. When you are using Creator Studio, I want it to go out tomorrow morning. And what time tomorrow morning? You can say 1 a.m. When you put that time there, just publish it. Go and sleep. Before, that's why when you look at some pages, you see that 6 a.m. they are posting. They are not the one posting, they have set it. They have set it. It's automation. They set it. They can decide to set 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 posts there. That is why it is good to use Creator Studio to post. And when you decide to post to one, let me just say, okay, let me remove the date that I put here. Let me remove the dates that I put here. Let me remove the dates. So I can decide to say, okay, this is what I have written. Can you all see my screen? I'm published like that. When I publish, it goes out. I click on publish. Or okay, let me decide to add image. Okay, I think we are good now. Let me decide to add image, or I can decide to add a video. Let me just decide to add image here. The image will pop up. Then I can decide to just click on publish. It will go immediately to the page that I have published it, because that is what I want to achieve. But one thing is that if I come back here to say I want to create again, I'll be able to see the metrics of people that have seen it, how it goes and all that. I'll see everything. That's the interesting thing about Google Studio. But if we use, let's say we just use the normal, this is Creator Studio. It gives you a lot of access to optimize your post. To say, okay, you want to do it in the morning, you want to schedule it, just for scheduling. Then it gives you access to insights to see how your contents are performing. Which of all your list of content are performing the best. These are the tools. It gives you an overview of how the page is over time. So that's how good this Creator Studio is when it comes to Facebook. People don't use it before, but because Facebook, because they want people to use most of their product more. That's why they put it there. That when you see create post normal, you still see create post is Creator Studio there. But Creator Studio is good because it gives you a lot of insights into how your page is performing, how your content is performing, and all that. What is working, what is not working, so that you can stop posting the kind of content that is not working. So it gives you access into it. So that's why most times it's advisable you use Creator Studio so that you can see all this and continue to optimize your page.
The background noise is covering your voice.
Okay. So I think for me, the Facebook aspects is half covered. So I can now tell you that let's go back to the page. Can you hear me now? I hope the noise is not much.
We're managing to hear you.
Wow. Sorry, there is an activity going on in my office, and I am supposed to be part of it. I am sorry for the noise. So first is this: when you're on Creator Studio like this, Facebook does not want you to leave they don't want you to leave the Creator Studio. They want you to continue to use it as many times as possible. But there is one thing that is very important here, and that is why you are seeing Facebook and Instagram, because they are family of apps. Facebook and Instagram, they are family of apps. They work together. Now, this is what I mean when I say family of apps. When you come to your page, okay, let me go back to that page. Jesus Miracle. So you can see our page is up here. So when you go back to our page, you will now see that we have some tabs here that we can click on. There are still some things that we need to do. For instance, if your Facebook page also has Instagram that you are managing, there are ways in which you can, connect the two together, because Facebook and Instagram are family of apps. You can just come to settings here. You come to settings here. You come to settings here. When you are in settings, it will take you to a lot of things. You can still connect Instagram and connect WhatsApp too. So here now, we have set the appointment settings. We've done all of that. Now you can just click on Instagram like this. It will give you access into how you can connect Instagram. So if your page has Instagram page, you just click here. It says allow access to Instagram message. Yes, just go. Please, I hope you are noting this down. From the page, I went to settings. I just scroll from the side. I went into settings. I click on settings. I look at the tab. I click on Instagram to connect Instagram. So when you click on connect here, that I have here, when you click on connect here, it takes you to a tab that says allow. You have to allow it because you want to use it together. When you click on it here, because my Instagram pages have been linked to a Facebook, they won't allow it. But just click on it. When you click on it, it takes you to, it brings you back to this page saying that your page has been connected, but you have to approve. Then you can approve. If you are the one that created that Facebook page, then you approve. When you approve, automatically, you can now post on Instagram and it goes to Facebook immediately. When you own an Instagram page, you notice that it will ask you to click a toggle to, also post on Facebook. This is how you get that done, to post on the Facebook page together when you have linked it here. Now, all of these are just the normal setting. Now, when you have a page like this, for instance, if you are the page owner, you are the pastor, you are the owner of the ministry, you can decide to now say, okay, you can't manage this page. You want somebody to manage it for you. You come to page row. This same page row is still page setting that you will see everything. You come to page row here. Can you all hear me, sir? Madam. So you come to page row here.
Yes, we can.
All right. So when you're on page row, I don't know why it's still not going. Okay. It's going now. So when you click on page rows here, there is what is called editor. The reason why you have editor as a default name here is because that is the level that you should give anybody that you don't trust, that is not your relative, that is close to you, that cannot own your page. Because some people, because you are paying them, and they can decide to own your page and they won't allow you access to it. The level you should give them is this editor. These editors allow them to manage your page, do anything, respond to, I even create ad for you if you want them to create ad. But if you think you trust them enough, you can take them to this admin. So you change it to this, then you search for the person's name on Facebook, who most likely is maybe your friend, or you don't mind if it's not your friend. So you just say, if it is this person, you can start to just put it in. Then you add the person. When you add the person, it will send a message to the person that you have made them admin. The person will have to go and accept. Or it will send a message to the person that you made him an editor. And it will ask the person to go and accept to be an editor. So when the person is an editor, it means that
Bamdele, we cannot hear you. Their voice is covering your voice.
Oh, okay. So
What I too loud to concentrate. I will be dropping off now because of the background noise. I guess I'll listen to the recording. It's really a struggle to.
Oh, sorry about that. I am just trying to. I just left my office because I think the network is better out of my office. That's why. So let me just, I think I need to move to another place. Is this place better? Is this place better, please?
Those of us participating, can you please respond? Is this place better for
Yes,
you?
yes, this place is better.
Okay, thank you.
There's less
Fantastic.
noise
Thank you.
here.
Thank you very much. So here now, when you click either editor or admin or moderators, there is one thing here. This moderator too can also respond to comments and all that. Analysts cannot run ad for you. Advertiser can run ads, but most likely will not be able to respond to chats or something. But moderator can still do. But editor almost has every right that you can do posts, does everything on your page. But he can't do what an admin will do. He can't do it because he's not the owner of the page. So when you add the person, a message will be sent to the person to trigger such action that he is now an admin. So that is how that one works. For the which one here? You don't need this. For brand content, we don't really need that, except if we are trying to probably collaborate with somebody on advertisements and all that. It's mostly for product people. For page management, this one is just talking about who is managing our page, just like what I shared earlier. You see that I am the page manager here. Can you see it? See that I'm the page manager. If I had added somebody else, it will show the person too. That's the aspect. The appointment is what I shared earlier. That somebody can, book an appointment with us. That's what I shared earlier. That's what I shared earlier, showing the services and all that we offer. So this one will show us how it has been, all of that and all that. That's what this one is all about. You can see the timing and everything. So it shows I have linked the Google Calendar into it. So if you want to edit all of the things you have done in the past, when I started it, you can decide to change the email that you are not using this email again. You want to change everything. This is where you edit everything that you do at the front end. That's what it means. Coming to this place, appointment settings, anything that you have done in front end, you can come to change everything here. And page support box. People always have problem with this. You see, when you have problem with your page, maybe you violate something or everything or anything, you can come here to report or apologize or something. If somebody has done anything, you can report the person. If you have violated anything, you click here. They will show you what you have done. Why they have why you have problem with your page. They will show you. The whole thing will be here to show clearly that this is what you have done, so that you can, make appeal, cross-posting. This one is just like when you want to try and collaborate with the other, person. It's just like allowing you and the other person to, manage your page on your behalf. You can just add the person's name, so the person can also help you to, that's what this one is all about. Featured here is just like when you say, I have this page that exists, then you want people to like the page, to follow you and all that. You can put it there. Or most times, anything that you, how will I put it? Okay, let me show you this. Let me show you this. This page. I think I have it here. Please, if you have any question, please let me know. I think I have it here. This one, you don't need to bother about this one. It's as a result of your activities over time. When you have activities, this one will pop up. It will start showing these days and how people are coming, the traffic. You'll be seeing how it's working on your page. So I think I need to. I think he's not here anyway. But there is another thing I need to quickly show you here. There is what is called transparency. This one is to show that the owner of the page is not hidden. That is not a page that is hidden from anybody. This one allows you to have access to who is the owner of the page, what is the page doing, and everything. Here now, you can, here, one thing about this place is that it allows you access to other people's page, what they are doing on that page. For instance, if this page is running ads, I can see it here. I can easily see it here, what they are doing. And you can see that this page has not run any ads recently. Okay, let me just use another page to get this done for you. Let me say Sage. Let me say Sage. Now, this is a page that I don't know anything about. You can see that they've done all the optimization. You can see that they've done all the optimization here. They've done all of the things we talked about here. Now, if you want to spy on whatever they are doing on that page, you can just come here. And one thing about it is you can always change the name of your page. You can always change it. We'll get to that because this is what the page used to be before it is changed to this. But one thing about changing of name of the page is that the first name that I used to start reflects in the second name that you are also going to change. If it is, for instance, Jesus must be part of whatever you are going to change it to. You cannot remove that Jesus. It must exist there. So you have to be careful when you are creating the name of the page. It is very important because when you want to change it, it will not allow you to remove the second one. So you can see that these people, they ran ads in the past. And these are the countries in which they have run ads. So you can go and look at what your competitors are doing, spy on them, go to maybe we have, I can just cite another one. Maybe we have Pastor Adeboye. I'm just using this as an example. This is his page that I did insight on. So this is page transparency. You must click this all if you want to. Yeah, you can see that the page was created in 2009. So it's an old page. So you come here and you now scroll down, go to add library to spy on it and see, oh, how are they running this? What are they doing? Are they running ads? Why do they have this followership? If you can do it to anybody to go and spy on the person. So you can see that they've not run any ads since the creation of this page. If they have run any ad, it will be shown here. Most times, it will even show the summary of the ads run in the past. It will show the ads run in the past. So that's how people spy on what the other person is doing on their page. So that is that. That is that. But there is one thing that is very important on Facebook when you have problem with your page, which I think I have to show us. When you have a page like this, Jesus, and you have committed offense, maybe you are not allowed to post or something, you can make appeal. There are ways in which you appeal and let them know that you are wrong. Yes, you've done this and all that. You can appeal. Can always make appeal. So this is if you can you all see my screen? Can you see where my tab is? My mouse is moving to. Can you see it?
Okay, more.
So can you see the help?
Help, yeah.
So you can just click on it.
Yes.
You can just click on it, and when you are there, it will ask you to type anything, do all sorts of things, and all times nobody will respond to you. At times nobody will bother. So most times you just move to this. You click on this one. Most times you click on this one. It will take you to this place to click for. You see, let me ask something. Have you been on Facebook? That somebody will ask you that if you have problem with your ad, They will be only ad to advertise this thing. They will say you should pay them that they will help you to, resolve it. Have you seen ads like that?
Yes.
They don't do anything. This is what they come to do
Yes.
for you. They are only collecting money from. This is what they come to do. Because Facebook will not, because you don't know some of this, Facebook will not bother to say, okay, let me when you go to help appeal, they will respond. No, they will come to this page and click on this get started. When you get started like this, that's when you will have time to now talk to Facebook. Can you still remember how I got to this place?
Yes, you clicked more, then clicked help, then clicked
help, then scroll down.
Yes, then scroll down, click business help. Yes.
Yeah, so you now come here to contact them. This is what those guys do. It is not that they have anything they want to. They don't have any magic. They are like you and I. This is where they come to. Now, when they are here, they will not, because you will have given them access to your page. When they are here, you now click on the page that you have problem. I have a lot of page that I manage here.
Yeah.
So if I have a problem, I'll now click on this page. That this is the page that I have problem. I want people to help me to resolve this thing. So this is where you come to. They'll ask you, what are the issues? You select the issue. Do you understand? You select the issue that you have. When you select, it goes on and on like that. When you select one, it goes to this place, the help, which is the final one. They will not ask you to book appointment through email. So there are ways in people are using to make money online. It's just being smart. So this is where you now come to. If you don't want this email to use, if you don't want to use this email, you can change, and then you now respond by typing the problem here. State it clearly, don't lie. State what the issues are. If you did it deliberately, state everything here. Now do a screenshot, go there. If you don't know how to do screenshots, you can just type Snipe 2 on your phone, or you just do Windows P screen, or you just use Snipe 2. When you have Snipe 2, you just do this.
Wait.
Can you hear me?
What is Snipe 2?
Snipe 2 is a tool that helps you to screenshot.
Oh, Snap tool. Okay. You were sounding like it's something they need to type on their computer. That's why I asked. Okay.
Yeah, you can type
Snap tool. Okay, SNAPTOOL.
SNIPPING, sniping tool.
Okay, snip. Okay.
So when you have it, you just click on it, do a screenshot of that problem that you have, that is showing that you have a problem. When you do a screenshot like that, you save it. When you save it, when you are
Bamidele, we don't have problem.
So that's just that. You upload the picture and that is resolved. That's how to fix if you have any page issues that
does this work with Instagram?
Yes, perfectly. That is the reason why I tell you that. You can see now. I said Facebook is family of apps. Do you understand? Facebook and Instagram, they are family of apps. Even WhatsApp, they are family of apps. So it is very important. Do you understand? So that's that. For me, I have an event. Like I said, I know that this thing will take a whole lot of time. But I don't know. I would have loved to still continue.
Okay, but okay. So let me just ask: is there anybody who has a question or something they want to learn from using Facebook that he can quickly run by?
Yes, responsible.
I'm thinking he should run you through groups. Just show you how to open groups, because when you run a page, for example, I said that time that your page is like your Facebook organization, is like your Facebook office. So when someone comes to your office, they meet the secretary, or they come to the reception. The reception is the entire page, which is everything that he has taken us through. Then there are departments in your office. So there is the accountant's office, there is the HR, in ministry terms, there is women's ministry, there's teens ministry, there's youth ministry, there's men's ministry. So the page itself, okay, I'll allow you to ask a question, but please just let me finish this thought. So the whole page is like Jesus Miracle Ministry. Under Jesus Miracle Ministry, we have prayer chains. So we open a group that is for prayer chain. We have women's Alabaster box, something. We open a group that's for women Alabaster. We have a Bible study group. We open a group that is for Bible study. So I just think that he should run you through how to open a group so that you don't think that you're meant to consistently open different pages for different things that God has called you to do. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay.
So this is
Sorry,
okay,
somebody else has a
that.
question. Please let her quickly ask.
Okay.
So that, yeah, so Enfemi, please go ahead and ask a question. Welcome, by the way.
Thank you, sis. Thank you for putting this together. Sorry, I'm not able to put on my camera.
It's fine.
My question is, so I created a page, and because I was managing someone else's page at the time, somehow that page clicked on the person's email or something like that. So I have tried several times to remove that from my page, but it keeps reflecting on that person's page. I have appealed, I have sent a mail, I have done everything, and they will tell you, okay, 14 days and all of that, but it's still the same thing. And I'm unable to use my page because it keeps showing on that person's page. Anything I do shows on that person's page. And I had to just stop using the page for a while so that, when I rectify it, I can go back to it. I really need help with that.
So let me quickly tell you, I think that page, you just need to go to the page row, which I told you earlier, and go and remove the person from that. Maybe the person is on the row. So the page
Your line is breaking now.
It's the page row. Type the person's. Okay, can you hear me now?
Okay, yes.
So when you're on the page, come to this side, click on settings. Click on settings, like I said here. When you click on settings, you now search for page rows. You search for rows. This is page rows. You go to rows, because one thing about this page row is that the moment you had somebody here, that person will be seeing your page on their profile. When they go to Facebook, they'll be seeing your page on their profile. You can do that is just type the person's name. If the person's
I'm sorry, we didn't hear you. We didn't hear you.
Eventually, and remove if the person's name is Tokwe, like. So can you see my screen? Can you hear me now? Hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you, but it was breaking.
Hello? Hello? So you just, okay, so you just search for the person's name. Maybe it is Tokwe. You just add the person. When you add the person, you just go, I don't want to add this person here. When you add the person's name here, okay, you had the person and the person is there. And when the person is there, the person, it means that the person is managing your page. But when the person is already there, like this one now, you can just call me. And because I'm the admin, nobody can remove me. That's one problem with admin. But I can remove another admin if I don't want. Now, what you need to do is when you get to the page, you just scroll down and see this managing page. Then you the person. Until you do that, the person will continue to see the page on their profile. That's what you were trying to say. So try and go to page row. Go and see the people that are managing the page. Delete the person from it. It's not for you to delete the page, but rather delete the person from it. That's how it works.
And for me, did that help?
Yeah, it did. Thank you very much.
Is it a page roll issue? Do you think that it's a page roll issue?
I think it
well,
is.
I haven't tried it, so I will just try it and then know whether that works.
Okay, all right, okay. So please let me know. Let me know if you tried.
All right, thanks. I will.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a question. There's a question in the chat box. Grandma says, must you create a different email account from the one you normally use? Then can one apply for another telephone number if your current number is attached to your bank account?
Yes. Okay. You
Two
don't need to use
questions.
another email. Yeah, you don't need to use another email. You can use the same email. But people tend to use another email because they don't want notifications from Facebook and all that. But you can use the same email. For the account, for the phone number, it's advisable you use another number. It's not advisable you use the one that is attached to your bank because you are susceptible to attack. So it's advisable you don't use it at all. Rather, go and get another line that you know is not linked to any bank details. That is what I will tell you, man.
Okay, thank you very much, Bramdele. Okay, so please go ahead with the groups. Yeah.
The group is very easy. When you're on your page, you will surely see the list of services and all that you offer and all that, and videos, anything. So this is good. You just come to the group like this. Just click on group info on your page. It takes you to the group. Then you scroll down. Then you can link the group to your page. You can sign up to link it. Do you get? So this is it. You just linking group to your page. Let me go back. Linking group to your page means that you want to link a group that is existing. For instance, some of you have created a group that's where you are talking to people and relating with people. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
yes,
if you have a group that you have created that you don't have a page, you can just do linking. You don't need to create another group again. Just link it. It will list the groups that you have on your page, on your profile. You just link. When you click on link, it will link to the page. That when you come to the page, you will see the group appears on your page immediately. The same thing applies to when you create a group. When you create this group, it will be linked to your page.
Bamdele, is that your network?
Like I said, it's
okay.
A bigger page. I guess it should be my network, but for me, I think this is the level. Yeah, screen name, kids private, public.
Your line is breaking. Come again.
So you create a page name, maybe like I said, just
okay. So that is his network. Okay, can I just quickly ask if this is making sense? Okay, so he's creating the group. Is this useful for us? It's already past 5 and we've not even touched YouTube. So is this useful for us?
So useful, very useful.
Okay, so it seems like his network is jamming because his screen is not moving anymore. So let me quickly say that he has not done YouTube yet, but YouTube is actually quite simple. As long as you have a what's it called now? A Gmail account, you can have a YouTube channel. He said it when he was running us through the analytics before we got to this theoretical part of Facebook. So have a Gmail account, just go to Google and type, open a YouTube channel. I'm sure there's an easier way. He's going to show you.
Hello?
Okay, we can hear you now, Bamidele. Bamidele, we can hear you now. Okay, network. We cannot hear you again.
Right, can you see my screen? This is the name I have created. I said Jesus Miracle Ministries. I will. But I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you.
Well, we cannot. I don't think that we can see your screen.
Can you see my screen?
Wow. Can you see his screen? Because I cannot see his screen. Aha. So it was.
We can.
Aha. Okay. He said your questions for YouTube are plenty. Okay, so The same process that for Facebook is YouTube. So first of all, you have a Gmail account, you access the YouTube channel. You have to determine, the very first thing we said, you have to determine what you want to do on YouTube. You have to think big picture. You have to think long term. It's not something that you're doing because I have money to buy Wi-Fi. Right?
Can you see my screen now?
Okay, yes, we can see your screen now. I was trying to, okay, please go ahead.
Wait, can I quickly go ahead? Okay.
Yes, please, yes.
5. So I want to quickly ask, this is not a rocket science. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
So like I said, just click. Let me just go back so that
Yes, we can.
So this is, I said, when you're on your page, I want to leave this group thing. So when you're on your page, you have a group here icon on any page that you have. So you can just click on it, then it creates for a new one. Then you name it. When you name it like this, maybe Jesus Ministry, Miracle Ministry, like I said. Jesus Miracle Ministry. When we have it there, you make it public. I said you shouldn't forget that, except you want it to be private. Then you click on, you had your image, your whatever, if you like, but most times it's always good to just click on create immediately. When you create, you can now go and start adding your picture, your image. It will give you all of those things. Facebook will allow you to do all of that. It's not a rocket science. It's just something that we can just sit down and be doing. Then we now start adding about us, all of these things. But you can't do it when you have not created it. You have to create it first before you start doing all of that. It's not like when you are creating a Facebook page. That is that. Then you start posting. But one thing is that it allows you to do is you can start inviting people to the group too. You can invite people to the group. That's for that. Same thing goes to events. You can create events based on any event that you have. I don't know if some of us are, when you're on Facebook, you see that somebody is going to this event. You can create events here. You have a picture of the event. You do all sorts you want to do. If it is in person, if it is online, you select either of the two. If it's in person, you select. It takes you to how you feel the event, you feel everything. If you like your profile picture to still be there, cover picture. If you don't like it, you can remove it. It's removable. You can still remove it. You feel the description of the event, you feel everything there. Then you go on and on like that. So that is that. This Facebook page optimization is huge. It's huge. That's why people decide to open and they just drop it. They don't continue, or they are not seeing tractions because they don't do it. They don't know how to do it well. But I think I have covered almost everything you need to know about creating Facebook page. I think I have done everything that has to do with it.
Yes, I agree.
But for the YouTube, that is another.
Okay, Bamidele, just hold on. For YouTube, I'm thinking, because we have to release you. We had an agreement. Everyone, please, sorry. We had an agreement that he was going to do this for 1 hour, 30 minutes. And this is 2 hours already. He has another commitment. So I wanted to propose. Honestly, this is not even convenient for I myself, because I already have things planned out. And I'm not even sure if he is going to agree to it just yet. But I'm thinking if we can do the YouTube class
I can see a question there.
Yes. Exactly. In fact, because of that question, we can't even hold this class because YouTube is a big deal.
Okay,
YouTube is okay. I was thinking if you can do, can we do a Sunday? Can we do Sunday maybe 4 p.m. or 5 p.m.?
Okay, I think 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. I'll communicate to you probably later this evening.
Okay.
Is that okay by everybody? I can sacrifice that time.
Okay, please, everyone, please, we're sorry. We're hoping that we could actually run this in 1 hour. We actually had we felt that it was not going to happen in 1 hour, 30 minutes, but we felt that we could also, try to just squeeze it in. But because YouTube is, I mean, we've used how many hours? Like 2 hours for just Facebook alone. So you can imagine what we want to do with YouTube. And remember that when he was giving his introduction, he made us realize that YouTube is the second largest search engine platform. And so if we're going to a platform that is a big deal, we need to know what we're doing. Okay, so 5 p.m. on Sunday is not visible for someone, for grandma number 1, because we have grandma number 2, Alice. And then 4 p.m. is not visible for another person. Okay, you know what will happen? And Bamidele, I think that maybe I should run them through YouTube because I need to actually let you do your office events. I feel my conscience is not in a good place because we had an agreement and I am overshooting that. Bamidele, did you hear me? So everyone, I'm hoping he can hear me. Maybe it's his network, he'll come back. What will happen is I think that I will take you through the YouTube. I can't teach you about monetization. So that's another thing. I can't teach you about monetization. So if Sunday is not,
a quick one.
Okay.
A quick one. Can I? Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. If Sunday is not feasible, fantastic. I am okay. Can we do the same Friday? Because next week Friday I will not like to be in the office like this.
Okay.
This I have to go to. That's why I'm in the office today. Friday is free for me. I think we can do Friday, and my network will be better in the house.
Is this supposed to be an April Fool? Because Friday is April 1, no?
That I don't think it's.
Okay, it's not. Okay. Okay, so it's Friday, fine.
I am very, very sure. But it's align. Oh, I want.
Please let us know it's Friday, fine, because this is us trying to finish what we started. Okay, you prefer Friday. Okay, any other person prefers Friday? So Friday Friday we do 4 p.m. again. It's 4 p.m. Sorry, 3 p.m. It's 3 p.m. Bamidele?
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, 3 p.m. Okay, so Friday, 3 p.m. And we'll do this together. Okay, so means that we also have an opportunity to ask, tell our friends about it. But in the meantime, please can everyone just say thank you to Bamidele. He's been very resourceful, very, very resourceful to us this evening. Bamidele, thank you so much. I am very grateful.
Thank you, Bamidele, thank you.
Grandma number 2 is saying thank you.
Thank you, Bamidele.
We are grateful.
Thank you so much, Bamidele. Bamidele, you can.
Thank you.
We will get in touch with people to hold our hands like little babies. I beg.
Okay, what I would just say is
Mr. Bamidele, you didn't. You are talking to grandma. Talking to us like
I bet he has to carry our hands like little babies.
You are grandma. Okay,
what I will do
using language that undergraduates use, and you are talking to grandma.
What I will do is this.
We don't agree.
Kindly let me know where.
Hello, Bamidele, we cannot hear you.
So can you hear me?
Yes. She said we should let you know.
Yes. I'm saying when it's before Friday, they can just let me know what I need to quickly run through before I go to the YouTube, because I will not want to start all over from where I started.
Of course. Okay, so what will happen is
try it out. Two different ones. I can show you how to do it.
I actually said before, I said it when we started, I said, this is not a class that you just write notes. This is a class that you actually have your device beside you and you're practicalizing as he's talking about it. So we're going to make this replay available. We're going to send the link to you. Latest by tomorrow, you get the link. And then between that tomorrow and next Friday, please and please try to watch the replay and then note your questions so that he doesn't have to go over it again. Please note your questions. See, he finally gets to show us his face. When the grandmas, they've hailed him. Please note your questions. And then when we start the class next Friday, we're going to start with your questions. And then he's going to go into YouTube. So the idea is that he's going to spend more time on YouTube, but before then he would respond to your question. Deal? Deal. Even if I say so myself.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Bamidele. We are grateful. Thank you.
Bamidele, thank you. We will make efforts.
Amen. Amen. He has left. I'll tell him. So thank you, Mas. Thank you so much for joining. Please don't forget, you can find our resources. We have free resources on how to use social media online. Just go to thecorporatechurch.com. You'll find the resources there. There are free books that you find there, how to maintain your sanity, even though you're doing ministry online. Meanwhile, if you have questions about doing ministry online, please just send a mail. Just reply the mail that we sent you, just send it. We also, if in the line of what we've been able to do, I mean, for 2 years now, we found that there are pastors who also want to now, focus on the exact reason God has called them. And so they try to build maybe a course, try to build programs, masterclass around their core calling. If you're trying to also do that, please reach out to us. I am seriously serious. My heart is, my assignment with corporate church is to ensure that as much as I can get as much people who get to step into the place of their calling and maximize influence online. And if you need direction, if you need strategy, if you need insight, if you need help, please just feel free to reach out. Yes, it might not be free, but it is not as expensive as not doing the assignment that God has called us to do. So please feel free to reach out anytime. We're very available. Esther is my assistant. She's the one who sends you the emails. So once you send an email, she'll get it across to me. We'll respond. I can respond personally. Sometimes she'll respond to you sometimes. Please and please and please. I'm just big. The reason I'm saying please, 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 please is because I know that we're in a season where God is pushing out more women, to do that which he has called them to do. And sometimes, especially with the online space, people are scared, people are discouraged. Sometimes you even want to post something and you see somebody's comment and you're like, hey, where do I want to start from? Sometimes, in fact, I've had a man, a pastor, I don't want to call the name of the church, pastor actually said to me, what if God has called you to do, there's somebody else who is doing it on a higher scale? I know that those fears are there, but the truth is the people God has sent you to have not heard what he has given you to say to them. And so they are grappling in darkness, and your assignment is to be light. And you and I cannot be light even if we're only on WhatsApp. Please and please and please. And that's why I spoke about YouTube, even if it's 1 minute. In fact, let me just quickly show you how I started. Let me show you how I started. Let me go to YouTube. Let me share my screen. I just want to use this to encourage. I want to use this to encourage someone. Let me show you how I started YouTube. My assignment, I told us, was, Adeshawa, go and teach. God said to me, go and teach people how to hear me, for themselves. And I struggled and I was like, why? What is that assignment about? And all of that. And God said to me, that's what I'm asking you to do. So I did have a good phone. My brother, who is late now, was the one who had an iPhone and he was staying with us, but he was going to leave, some days. So I just said to him, let me do 4 1 minutes, So I'll answer 4 different questions that I brought up by myself. I'll answer those 4 different questions and I'll post them as posts. I hope you can see my screen. I'll put them up as posts. I'll post them on YouTube. I'll post them on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. This is our YouTube channel. I'll post them on YouTube. I'll post it on WhatsApp. I'll post it on Instagram. See how far we have come. See, just look at it. And it just started as let me just do it. You know, let me just. I want to go to the very first video. All of this was Zoom prayers that we have, you know, at midday. All of this as Zoom prayers. We do 40 days with Jesus at the beginning of the year. This is last year's own. All of these prayers and all of that. I'm just trying to scroll. The only reason I'm showing us this is just to encourage someone. Somebody reached out to me last year, towards the end of last year, and the person said, oh, I saw your prayers online. And the person was from, I think, California or so, and said, please, can you lead women in prayers? And that was, I didn't publicize it, but that was how they reached out to me. Look at all these videos from here. These ones are even audio. I was not seen. In the midnight when I'm breastfeeding, that is when all this one, Journey of Jesus, you cannot be stopped, 2 years ago, all of this, this one was also 40 days with Jesus. See, this is 1 minute, this is 5 minutes, this is, okay, all of this is 31 minutes. Can you see? This is how I started. This is my first video, how to hear God for yourself, 57 seconds. Second video, 1 minute, 16 seconds, 1 minute, 19 seconds. And I did how to hear God Q&A on Facebook. Then I did 2 minutes and look at it like that. It began to increase like that. This is the most watched video on this channel, the Intercessor's Code and the Gift of Intercession. Everything about intercession are the most watched. See, 1,000 plus, 2,000 plus, 3,000 plus. And I did not even know it was increasing until I started getting comments. So please, whatever it is that God has called us to do, please and please, no matter how little it is, just do it. Let people that are close to you say to you, what are you doing? Just do it. Just do it. And you're doing it for the sake of, not because, oh, I don't want to fail, or no, I want to succeed, but for the fact that there are destinies hanging over our lives, for the fact that we want to be obedient to God. And I'm always here to help you in whichever way you want to do this. You need your hands to be held. I mean, this Bamidele just came in. I have people who can also walk you through it. Please and please and please, my begging is just so that you would come, you know, into the manifestation of the glory that God has revealed in you and in your destiny. So thank you so much, ma'ams. I'm really excited that we have 2 grandmas. Thank you so much, ma'ams. Thank you. I don't know who Galaxy A12 is, but you were really participating. Please, can you share your name? So that next time I can call you by your name, please. So we have Grandma Alice, we have Grandma Fola, and then we have your name, please, ma.
Teresa Isu.
Okay, ma'am Teresa, thank you so much, ma'ams. I'm so grateful. God bless you. Please feel free to send us emails if you need any assistance at all, and we'll be very, very quick to help you. Have a great, great evening, ma'ams. We'll see you again by the grace of God next week, Friday at 3 p.m. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. We're grateful.
Thank you, ma'am.
Bye-bye.
Bye, ma.